In this video, we are going to review how to read, interpret, and complete a Punnett square word problem. So here we have our word problem, and we can see that brown hair, capital B, is dominant over blonde hair. It tells us to use a Punnett square to determine the genotypes of two parents with brown hair that have an offspring with blonde hair. And here we can see a family tree that shows this, not a family tree, but a pedigree that shows this inheritance relationship. So to start, let's write out what we know. We know in this Punnett square that the blonde offspring has the recessive trait, which means that the only possible genotype for this offspring is that she would have two recessive alleles, because that's the only way that the recessive trait is expressed. We also know that each parent has the dominant trait, which is brown hair. So we know for sure that each parent has at least one dominant allele. What we're trying to figure out is what the parent's second allele would be. Now that's how we would set up this Punnett square, but we know that this offspring would have had to inherit both of these alleles from their parents. So one of these alleles came from the egg and the other allele came from the sperm. Because of that, we know that the parents' second alleles were both recessive because they each gave one to the offspring. Now we can fill out the rest of our Punnett square by filling in these alleles. And here we have the completed Punnett square for this family. So the word problem asks us first how to set up the Punnett square, which we showed. We knew the offspring's genotype and we knew one allele from each parent. And now we can say for certain that the parents' genotypes are both heterozygous because each one had to give a recessive allele to the offspring.